The ancient warrior was far more than just a fighter. He was the embodiment of multidimensional greatness in his time. Warriors were central figures in society, combining the roles of protector, ruler, enforcer, and symbol of divine authority. They led armies and defended civilizations, but also governed as kings, generals, or tribal chiefs, earning power through strength and strategy. Their charisma and presence made them cultural icons, remembered in song, myth, and monument. Spiritually, many were seen as chosen by the gods or even divine themselves, performing rituals, receiving visions, or serving as priest warriors. They also acted as judges and enforcers, maintaining law through force and personal authority. Outside of battle, warriors often engaged in sports and physical contests, not for entertainment, but as side activities to sharpen the body and spirit. Hunting, wrestling, archery, chariot racing, horseback riding, and ritual duels were part of their training and culture, reinforcing their physical dominance and readiness for war. These were not careers, but extensions of their warrior lifestyle. Unlike today, where such traits are split between athletes, politicians, actors, and gang leaders, the warrior carried them all: strength, leadership, fearlessness, spirituality, and legacy, united in one figure. They didn't imitate greatness. They were greatness, living out roles that modern figures only simulate on screens or in curated personas. The ancient warrior, along with the rulers, lovers, liberators, and conquerors of history, forms the blueprint for modern cinematic storytelling. Nearly every film genre we admire today, from epic dramas to war sagas to action thrillers, draws its emotional weight, narrative arcs, and larger-than-life characters from the real lives of these historical figures. These warriors weren't just icons. They were the living source code for greatness. In contrast, today's public figures represent fragmented echoes of that archetype. Actors portray warriors on screen but risk nothing. Athletes mimic their physical dominance but in controlled environments. Gangsters may project fear but lack civilizational purpose. Even our most powerful modern figures, CEOs, politicians, cultural icons, are often performing influence without facing the all-encompassing stakes that real warriors once shouldered. The result is a culture that simulates power, celebrates fragments of what was once whole, and constantly returns to the past, through cinema, storytelling, and myth, to reconnect with the source of authentic legacy. The archetype of the warrior, especially in its historical and biblical form, is not just a part of history but the foundation of modern storytelling, symbolism, and spectacle. From the earliest epics to today's biggest blockbusters, the warrior remains the central mythic figure our culture keeps returning to. Biblical warriors like Samson, David, Moses, and Joshua set the precedent for divine strength, moral complexity, and the idea of a chosen hero facing overwhelming evil. Their battles were not just physical but spiritual, and that blueprint continues to shape everything from superhero origin stories to religious-themed cinema. These biblical figures were the first to embody what we now recognize in characters like Superman, Batman, Neo, or even Black Panther, each a stylized echo of warriors who once fought not with CGI but with destiny against real-world consequences. Mythological and ancient warriors, from Achilles and Hercules to Arjuna and Sun Wukong, further deepened the archetype, blending divinity with mortality, glory with sacrifice. These figures evolved into the legends we see in modern comic books, action films, and video games. Their essence didn't vanish, it simply changed form. Today's cinematic heroes, whether they wear capes or camouflage, are constructed from these foundational warrior templates. Even music culture leans on this archetype. Rappers, rock stars, and performers often frame themselves as fighters, rebels, or untouchable icons, drawing energy from the ancient warrior's presence, struggle, and fearlessness. In sports, the connection is more symbolic but still deeply revealing. Athletes often serve as mascots of ancient warrior energy, gladiators in modern arenas. Teams name themselves after warrior tribes: Spartans, Vikings, Trojans, samurai. Apex predators: lions, panthers, raptors. or military titles, commanders, chiefs, warriors, to simulate that ancient greatness. Stadiums become controlled battlegrounds, designed to echo the rawness of war but without the consequences.